Burkina Faso cut France off completely. I mean, they have severed all diplomatic relations. But let's talk about why. Because for the last 4 years, the EU, the UN, and France specifically have been condemning the sovereign military governments of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. They've been passing resolutions and suspending aid and calling press conferences and espousing the benefits of democracy and constitutional order. But let's ask the question that it seems nobody is willing to answer. Why does Europe care so much about how a sovereign state governs itself? Well, it's because France is suffering financially, and Africa is the reason for France's light still being on. You see, France generates 70% of its electricity from nuclear energy, and that nuclear program has run for decades on uranium pulled from African soil, specifically from Niger. That's a concession that France's Atomic Energy Commission claimed in 1968, and they've been extracting from Niger for 58 years. Well, last month, Niger canceled that concession entirely, and France's company, Orano, well, they were caught cooking the books. Niger didn't just ask France to leave, they took their uranium back. So how is France faring without Nigerian uranium? Well, France's national debt hit a record 3.46 trillion euros at the end of last year. That's 115% of their entire GDP. The IMF projects that that number is going to climb to nearly 130% by 2030. France's debt servicing costs alone are expected to reach 63 billion euros this year. The current credit rating was just downgraded. Their economy is growing at less than 1%. France is in some real financial trouble, and losing access to exploited African resources is making it worse. But while Europe is clutching its pearls about Sahel sovereignty, over 6 million Congolese people have been killed since 1996, while Western corporations continue to extract cobalt and gold from that same land. Sudan is living through one of the world's worst humanitarian crises, and Europe's response has been silence. But they did find their voice really quickly when African nations said that they don't need Europe anymore. And while all of this is happening, while Europe is demanding access to African resources, the EU just passed a law building deportation centers outside its borders and jailing African migrants for up to 2 years. You see, they don't want African people. They just want African resources, and they want them on their exploitative terms. Burkina Faso just said no. Let's hope that the whole continent of Africa follows suit. And if you didn't know, now you know.